Turning now to Iran's Revolutionary Guard, which says the regime has reached an agreement with Oman on how to divide the Strait of Hormuz and share fees. Officials say the waterway will remain closed until the U.S. ends its naval blockade on Iran. President Trump said today in a radio interview he expects a war victory soon.
There is a chance because they have become very much weakened. You know, their Navy is, as you know, totally gone. Their Air Force is totally gone. Their soldiers, many of their soldiers aren't being paid.
And CBS News congressional reporter Taurean Small is at the White House with more. Taurean, the president sounding very confident in that soundbite. What more is President Trump saying about the state of the war and the negotiations there?
Yeah, listen, Tom, in conversations he had with Glenn Beck and in an interview with Al Jazeera, the president painted this picture of Iran as a nation in free fall. As we heard there, he believes that its nuclear capabilities has been demolished, but it believes its military, defensive, and offensive strategy is just not something as a part of the conversation. He also says that he believes the Iranian leadership is also deeply fractured. When asked about whether or not he believes the Ayatollah is alive, he says he does, but he is greatly wounded. We also got to point out the fact that earlier this week, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent put out these massive sanctions against nations continuing to do business with Iran. So this great economic campaign on top of this military campaign is what the president is hoping would be a good combination to end this war quickly. But I got to point out one thing he said in this interview with Al Jazeera. He said he's in no rush or does not foresee a timeline or when he expects Iran to return to the negotiation table with the United States, saying that he's quite content with the way things are going. But that is a big contrast from 6 months ago when this war started, when the president said that he was looking to wrap up this military operation within 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, some people really criticizing him for the sliding scale there. Taurean, I want to quickly turn to the 5-year anniversary since the Abbey Gate attack in Afghanistan. How did the White House and Pentagon mark the anniversary?
Yeah, let's start with the president. He made a post to his social media page marking the moment, saying that he met with the families affected by this, survivors of those soldiers killed in that operation. But I got to point out that this was a pretty charged statement. In there, he said this, quote, catastrophe was the result of sleepy Joe Biden, totally botched withdrawal from the country. There is this striking parallel, though, of the fact that going back to this Iranian war, we have lost 18 U.S. soldiers as part of this 6-month operation. But ultimately, though, as far as the Pentagon's response, there was a medal upgrade ceremony that happened honoring the Marines that were part of this military operation or the withdrawal operation there. As the United States, the Trump administration, and Congress continues to litigate exactly what happens, reports will go forward. This is where the president stands, and again, pinning this at the feet of the former President Joe Biden.
Yeah, hard to believe that was just 5 years ago, those stunning images out of Afghanistan. Taurean Small, we appreciate your reporting. Thank you.